Hey everyone, we are live. I am Pastor Quentin. This is 412. We're going to have an awesome night. Go ahead and put your name in the live chat. I want to see who is on here. 412 comes from 1 Timothy 4:12, which states, "Don't let anyone look down on you, but set an example for the believers." The believers in Jesus Christ, the ones that follow Jesus, set an example for them in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. And this is who we are as Christians, and this is who we are as a youth group. If you don't believe in Jesus, or if you have doubts with your faith, that is okay, because you belong here. We are a family. But this is who we are as a youth group, and as Christians, we are setting an example. In honor of Star Wars Day on Monday, May the 4th, be with you. I'm wearing my Star Wars sweatshirt. It is going to be great. In honor of Mother's Day, my mom is going to be on with us. We've got a great game tonight. We're starting a new series called Your Story, and we're ending tonight with a wonderful song. But living in quarantine doesn't mean that we need to be lazy and bored, but we need to live into what it means to you only quarantine once. It's a lifestyle. Check this video out.
What's up, fam, jam, and hammies? Hope all is Osteen, you know? Healthy and wealthy. Now, we're hearing all this talk about we're all in this together and stay at home and just go about life as normally as possible. Well, to that, I only have one word. YOKO. Am I right, boys? YOKO! YOKO simply stands for You Only Quarantine Once. It's not a choice, but a way of life. Why simply sit around and let the days pass when you can carpe diem and please the day?
To put it in layman's terms, YOKO is simply a lifestyle for those who choose to make the best out of our current circumstances. When life hands you lemons, you take those lemons and you throw them back at life because I have a very strict hypoallergenic citrus allergy that causes me to go into anaphylactic shock at a moment's notice. So I present to you Yoko in action. Let's go. Eating 30 pounds of Supreme slow-cooked chicken nachos at 7 a.m. after staying up all night playing Warzone?
Missed your grandpa and not able to see him since this whole thing broke out? No worries. Make your homie into a grandpa.
Catching up on Judge Judy?
Guilty!
Face your fears? Yoko?
Wrestle Taser? Boys?
No, okay, dude, peanut allergy!
No, guys, no, that. Dying alone?
Go!
It's actually a real fear of mine. Anybody else have any other fears?
Public speaking? So I've gathered you here today to talk about the cell leaving the nucleus host.
Playing catch with random objects? Catch this.
Wait, is that a crowbar?
Oh, hey there, neighbor. What's that?
I love that video so much. Yoko! You only quarantine once. The winner of our game tonight is going to get that shirt. So we're gonna play a game here in a minute. It's called Guess That Gibberish. My wife is gonna play this game with me, and the very last question will be for you, people that are watching live, and the winner of that will get this Yoko shirt. So let's play this game. All right, we're gonna play a game tonight. This is my lovely, beautiful wife, Katie.
Hi guys.
And we're gonna play a game called Guess the Gibberish.
Gibberish.
It's a GIF, not a GIF.
We're not getting into that.
All right, so we are gonna play this game. We're gonna do 5 of them. Ooh, the loser of this game has to do the dishes tonight. So I don't want to do the dishes. And then the 6th question, it is going to be for you people in the live chat. First person that answers that question correctly will get that super dope Yoko shirt. All right, first question.
Okay.
Mike.
Mike Lyant is innocent. Something innocent.
Mike is innocent.
Mike Lyant. Mike Lyant is innocent.
0 to 0.
Shelf-dry fingers. Shelf-dry fingers.
I have fingers.
Self-driving cars.
Wow, that's embarrassing.
Fingers.
I am stupid.
I am stupid.
I am stupid. I peed my pants.
That's it.
Katie's the winner, but also she's stupid. All right, Katie's 1 to 0.
Let's go.
Dough, eggs, hot tick.
Dough, eggs, hot tick. Joe Exotic.
Exotic. I'm very bad at this game. I'm gonna do the dishes. 2-0. I'm gonna win. This hiss a mirror cough. This is a mirror cough.
Ew.
This is America.
Oh.
That's embarrassing. All right, so Katie 1-2-0. This is America. Who would have guessed it?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so
you
this.
gotta do the dishes, so
At least my hands will be clean.
thanks, gibberish game.
So the winner of this question will win a Yoko shirt. So this is gonna be great. First one to type it in the live chat wins this. Okay, I'm gonna give you 15 seconds.
Okay, you can do it.
All right. I need toe head sore size. Whatever that means, guys. You've got it. You've got it. I believe in you. So first one to guess I need to exercise is correct. I think we all need to exercise after this quarantine.
The truth.
Yeah, I've eaten way too much. So. All right, 412 Naz, YouTube will type in the winner. Check out our new series starting tonight. Check this out. We're starting a new series tonight called Your Story. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love movies and TV. Nacho Libre is by far one of my favorites. I could sit down and just watch movies and TV all day. And some of you might be that way, or some of you might be really into books. But there's something captivating about a good story. We all love stories, and more than that, we all have a story. In Matthew 28:18 through 20, it's this great commission. Then Jesus came to them and said, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always, to the very end of the age." We are called to go. As Christians, we are not called to just sit and stay, but we are called to go and make disciples, which means we are called to go and tell people about Jesus. We are called to tell people our story, what God has done in our lives. And more so, it's not telling our story, it's telling what God did in our life. So it is more so not our story, but your story. It is God's story. So my special guest this week is my mom in honor of Mother's Day. So please help me welcome my mom. All right, we are live. In honor of Mother's Day, my mom is on here with me. So welcome, Mama Gold. She had the honor of parenting this. So she's very wise because she had to put up with me. So, Mom, I'm just going to address you as Mom because that would be weird if I used your name.
That works.
So, Mom, what time was the most embarrassed you've ever been of me?
Quentin, parents don't get embarrassed of their kids.
That's total lie. Everyone that's watching, lie.
Like, let's see. You probably know which one I'm going to bring up. Probably
I
the
do.
Florida situation.
Ooh.
Is that the one you're thinking?
Yes.
Yes. Probably that one. And that was probably not that I was embarrassed. It was
She was
probably,
embarrassed.
I was probably, I felt sorry for the other people.
No. She was mortified. I'm going to tell the story because if she tells it, it's obviously
Different
wrong.
perspective.
So we were sitting there, we were on family vacation. I was probably 16, I don't know, somewhere around there, 18.
16.
And we're sitting there as a family and there's an outdoor concert going on with hundreds of people around. And it was these people. It was like their last show ever. I think they were retiring, right?
Mhm.
And it was one of their last songs, and I just got the urge. I thought it would be funny if I got up right in front of the stage where nobody was and danced like an idiot. And I thought that would be funny. And Mom, you just were like, don't do it. Don't do it. And then my brother, I handed him my phone. I'm like, I'm going to do it. So he gets it and videos me doing this. And my mom, you get so embarrassed.
Not to mention that I get embarrassed anyway.
Yes. So to explain this a little more, my mom gets embarrassed pretty much with anything. And then my dad doesn't get embarrassed by almost nothing. Like he does the embarrassing things. So I got that gene where I just like to embarrass, and I don't get embarrassed by very many things. So I do that, and Mom, you run away and you get mad at Dad because you thought he was the one initiated it. But Dad was like, no, your son's just stupid. So I think I might have a video of that. And if I do,
Oh no.
here. So that was probably one of the times that I think. What's funny is when I was thinking about asking this question, I had a feeling you were going to say that time.
Yeah, that's the one. And I can't think of any others, so that was it.
Which I can't either, because it's just a constant thing of embarrassing my
True.
mom. So, it's
I ever embarrassed you?
I don't know about that. Maybe when I was young, but when I was a teenager and older, I don't know if you ever embarrassed me, because you were too embarrassed to embarrass
I
anyone.
embarrassed you. True. That is-
Because I can. I just thought of another one. The time my wife, so when my wedding, when it was the mother-son dance, I forgot about this one. Mother-son dance, there was a video of this guy dancing, and it reminded my mom every time she saw it, it looked like me, and it looked like me dancing. So when my mom and I are dancing, I just did these crazy dance moves, and was so embarrassed because she doesn't like the spotlight, which I'm amazed that she's on here with me today, but she about died. It was the funniest thing in the world because all the eyes were on us and I'm dancing like an idiot and she's like ha, 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 hysterically laughing. One of my favorite moments.
Oh, I'm sorry, I ruined it for you, Quinn.
No, it was good. That was the response I was going for.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, if I could bring back memories all day. But so I wanted to bring my mom on today because my mom is very wise. She says she's not, but don't let her fool you. And I wanted her to talk about some of the stuff that she's gone through in the past year and a half. So, Mom, what happened about a year and a half ago?
About a year and a half ago, went to the doctor and they diagnosed me with thyroid cancer. And so that began my journey for a year. And as of today, I'm clear of cancer. So it's been quite the journey.
Yeah. So about a year ago, you had surgery and got it removed and
radiation and
yeah. So you went through a lot. And in the midst of that, you decided to do something that I think even some people had mentioned that you probably shouldn't have done, or you should have done it this way. But like, what did you do in the midst? How did you respond spiritually? How did you respond to that situation?
I felt so overwhelmed in the middle of it, not to mention that cancer, the thought of that overwhelmed me in my mental state. And so during that time, I kind of felt like that there was so much going on around me and I just needed God. And so I decided that with all the busyness and everything out of control, that I would isolate myself and spend time alone with God. And I had the opportunity and was blessed to quit my job and stay home, and spent lots of time listening to worship music and prayer and devotions and studying and using a lot of the promises of God to stand on, and the things that I had learned in the past I got to apply in my life at that point.
So, was there a worship song that just stuck out to you?
Yes. Actually, there were many. Lots of songs like In the Waiting, It Is Well by Christine DeMarco. That song got me from the beginning. It was overwhelming to me that it didn't matter what I was going through, that as long as I had a relationship with God, that it was going to be well. And that was the most important part of the whole journey. And so that song was my anchor during the whole process.
And so what's interesting is you kind of decided to have this self-isolation. And now that when you kind of came out of that, then you were kind of put back into this forced isolation. And so you've got a perspective that a lot of us don't have. And, I think because of what you went through, you have some wisdom in some of these things. And so, like, for people that are watching tonight, or tomorrow if you're watching later, what would you say to them? Like, what is your desire and prayer for them?
I think this is an opportune time. Time to step back, maybe search yourself, search your heart, see places that you are struggling, or places you're weak, or and just search yourself and try to gain wisdom to depend on God's promises during this uncertain time. And it's a time of growth during this time when you're isolated away. And sometimes we get so busy listening to other people and the world around us that when we really need to be listening to that still small voice to guide us, and not the world. And that's what I needed. And I see that today. It's a desperation for most people today.
Yeah. So I just like to thank my mom for hopping on tonight, because she's one of my favorite people, and she's awesome. Look how pretty she is. Everyone says I look like my mom until I start talking, and then I look like my dad,
well, you are a combination.
Because I act like a hooligan, I guess. I don't know. So thank you, Mom, for hopping on. You were awesome.
Having me.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you, Quentin.
You're the best mom. Every other mom loses, so you win.
Thank you, Quentin.
So we need to use this time of isolation and quarantine to grow closer to God. And one of those ways that we can grow closer to God is also by telling people what God has done in our own life. God calls us to go and make disciples. God calls us to go and tell people His story, to tell people what He has done in our life. So your challenge tonight, I want you to write 3 people's names down. I don't want you to just think about them. I want you to write them out. Maybe in your phone, on a sticky note. 3 people that you want to tell your story, to tell what God has done in your life. But before you go, I want you to use this week, not to go and tell them right away, but I want you to write their name down. I want you to pray over them every day. On the same place where you wrote these down, I want you to write down how you're going to pray for them. Maybe it's that God will soften their heart so that they will listen to your story. Maybe it's that they will find God's love. I want to use this time to pray to God to know who to write down. Don't write down people that you just want to write down, but write people down that God wants you to write down. Maddie is going to lead us through the song that helped my mom through her isolation. And we're going to use this time to pray to God to lay on our hearts 3 people that we need to be praying for, that we are going to share our faith story with.
Grand earths quake before, moved by the sound of his voice. The seas that are shaken and stirred can be calmed and broken from my regard. Through it all, my eyes are on you. Through it all, it is well. Through it all, my eyes are on you, and it is well with me. Far be it from me to not believe, even when my eyes can't see. And this mountain that's in front of me will be thrown into the midst of the sea. Through it all, my eyes are on you. Through it all, it is well. Through it all, my eyes are on you, and it is well. It is well. So let go, my soul, and trust in Him. The waves and winds still know His name. So let go, my soul, and trust in Him. The waves and winds still know His name. The waves and winds still know His name. And it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well. It is well with my soul. Through it all, my eyes are on you. Through it all, it is well, Lord. Through it all, my eyes are on you, and it is well with me.
Thank you, Maddie, for leading us through this awesome song, the song that means so much to me, but also so much to my mom. So people watching, I want you to have those 3 people written down. I want you to pray for them every day. Don't talk to them about your faith yet unless it opens up. But this week, I really want you to just pray over them each and every day. We've got a couple of announcements. This coming Sunday, May 10th, we have a NAS scavenger hunt. So all teens, I want you to join in with your family. Each car is a team. All the info will be on our website. It'll be on our social media. This is going to be awesome. There'll be prizes. I will challenge all of you. It is going to be great. All of our seniors need to contact me. Seniors need to come by the NAS May 12th from noon to 2. We are going to video you to celebrate you on May 17th. It's going to be super awesome. If you just need some prayer, you can either DM me at our social media, Facebook or Instagram, 412 NAS Students, or you can email me directly to quentin.gold@ffnas. I miss all of you so much. You are all loved. Have a blessed evening tonight.